Good evening, family. Come on down. So good to have you on tonight. This is another episode of Power Principles, and I want you to invite your family and friends and encourage folks to come on down and be part of this moment. It's about to go live. You hear me? Right? Whole nother level for you. Whole nother level. Right? As a matter of fact, that you come in tonight, I want you to type in these words, please. A new level. A new level. Type that in. That is the price of admission today. You have to type in those words, a new level, right? Because we want to all go to a new level despite what's happening in our life at the present. And so we're going to cover that tonight. And so I want you to be part of that. Man, I'm so excited you're on. So as you're coming in, say hi and type in those words, a new level. Come on, type that in, a new level. Let me see what's happening on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure everybody's in all right. And okay, there we go. There we go. I see somebody type in life. Come on, Power Principles 14. I see some people got it already. Good. A new level. Tony says it. Tony's typed it in. She typed a new level. Donna said a new level. Cheryl says, hey, a new level. Carol says a new level. Right? Come on now. Right? Listen, my job is to provoke you. I am not going to apologize about that. I am going to be a provocateur in your life today. I'm going to be sandpaper to your edges. I'm going to be the irritation until that pearl actually starts to manifest in your life. And so I want you to get your head right around this. You're going to a whole new level in your life, whole new level in your relationships, an entirely new level in your finances, in your business, a whole new level in terms of your health, right? A whole new level in terms of your spiritual life. But this principle we're going to talk about tonight, this power principle, is one of the keys to getting us there. All right, so come on, type it in. The price for admission today is you've got to type in these words, a new level, a new level. Thank you, Donna, for that. A new level, right? Because there's a lot going on in our world. I'm sure in your own families, relationships. And if you're not careful, you can get swept away with mediocrity and swept away with what could have been and should have been and what wasn't, as opposed to you putting down determination, saying, hey, I'm going to a whole nother level, a whole new level. You hear me? A whole new level. If you want to get to a whole new level, you need to type that in tonight. Type that in tonight. Let's see where we're coming in from. We're on Facebook, YouTube. Got you. All right, good. Come on in, everybody. Wow. It's been a few days since we have gathered together, but we're here now. And so it's exciting. I hope you're ready. Whole new level. Whole new level. Wow. Well, let's see what we're talking about here. Let's take a look here. Let's take a little look-see. All right. The last time we got together, we talked about in Power Principle 13. I'll bring that up. Power Principle 13 was achievements require prioritized sacrifice. Prioritized sacrifice. In other words, you're going to make sacrifices. Whether you're conscious of it or not, you're making sacrifices every day. The question is, in what priority are you making those sacrifices? And to what end? In other words, you're sacrificing your future, right? Your financial future, by perhaps recklessly spending resources now, right? So you are sacrificing, you just don't realize it. And so your priority is that $7.30 Starbucks coffee, Venti, iced tea matcha latte, $7.30, versus building a future, right? Makes some sense, right? So in every area, we're making sacrifices. But the question is, in Power Principle 13, is achievements require prioritized sacrifice. So if you're interested in achieving a certain level, you've got to make that a priority for which you're willing to sacrifice. Does that make some sense? If that's good, I want you to type in good. Type in good if that's good. Type in good if that's good, right? Because listen, everybody's making sacrifices. Everybody. every day, right? You're prioritizing something over something else. And so you want to shift that and be conscious of that and go to the next level with it, right? Tawana says, that's good. That's good. Donna says, listen, I'm telling you right now, it's going to get hot in here because we're going to have to make some changes in our life if we're going to get to where we say we want to go, right? And it requires sacrifice, right? Let the church say amen. All right, so tonight, Robert Gross, my good friend, tonight is Power Principle 14. And if you are ready for Power Principle number 14, I want you to type in, I'm ready. You might want to type in, I think I'm ready, because you may not be ready for it, right? But I want you to type it in, I'm ready. Type in, I'm ready. Type in, I'm ready. Man, I'm ready. I promise you that. But I want to make sure you're ready, right? So type in, I'm ready if you're ready for Power Principle 14. Let's hit it. Let's go. You ready? Here we go. It's about to happen. I'm gonna count down. 5, 4, 4.5, 4.25. Here we go. Bam. Power Principle 14. I'm going to give you today 3 keys to doing life while doing life. Now, these principles are part of series number 2, Mind Shift. There's 10 involved here. We're actually on the 4th one of this series, or 3rd one, rather. With that being said, Power Principle 14 is the 3 keys to doing life while doing life. The bottom line is you got to be able to do life while doing life. You have to be able to do the dream, do the goals, do the achievement, do the progress, come to the next level while going through life as it is. Are you hearing me? And so we're going to get deep into that in these few moments. I just want you to be ready for it. So type this in for me. I must do life while doing life. Type it in. I must do life while doing life. Now this is gangster stuff, right? This separates people who are successful and those who are perhaps not as successful as they could be. This separates from people who just flop and turn on their bed and don't get out of bed emotionally, let alone physically, and those who get up after their day despite what's going on. Now today, or I should say this week, was quite a week when it comes to that. Many unplanned scenarios. I'd even dare say things that were upsetting or that could upset occurred. Unexplainable pressures, difficulties. But when you are prioritizing where you want to go and what you want to do, that's called doing life while doing life. In other words, you do not have the right or the privilege of quitting on your dreams, your goals, your visions, your aspirations, because life gets in the way. The fact of the matter is, life is going to be that. It's going to get in the way. But you got to do a high hurdle sometimes. You got to go around it, go under it, but you got to keep getting after it, right? I got to get up after it. So here's one of the keys. You ready? All right, key number one to doing life while doing life is you have to recognize problems are normal. Come on, type that in. Problems are normal. This might sound so basic, but we got to write that in. Problems are normal. So many times when we are on our way somewhere, we get up and we say, I'm going to meet my goal today. I'm going to get up and work out today. I'm going to eat better today. I'm going after that job today. I'm going back to school today. I'm getting my life together, right? And then a problem happens and then we go into some emotional funk and don't get up after the goal any longer because we say, if it's not one thing, it's what? Another. That's what we say, right? If it's not one thing, it's another. If I didn't have any bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all, right? You ever heard someone say that, right? Right? Why me? It's always me, right? I mean, that's the mentality. And this whole deal of power principles is about shifting the way we think, right? So one of the things we got to recognize is like, hey, listen, you wake up, something's going to go wrong. That's not a negative confession. I'm just telling you, something is going to go wrong. And when you accept the fact that there's going to be these things that come in the way, these hindrances, these get on my nerve moments, these annoying people, this person's got an attitude today, this person's emotionally off today, the car got a flat tire today, someone made me late for work today, my boss got on my nerves today, kids messing up today. Whatever the deal is, recognize, number one, it's normal, right? Problems are normal. It is life that happens. And so you and I have got to grow up, right? And keep it moving. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to cry sometimes. Doesn't mean that you don't have to take 10 minutes and get your head together. But you don't have a right or privilege to quit on your future because of something that happened today. Come on now. I need to say that one more time. I need to say that for the people in the back row, as they say, right? Right. You do not have the right or privilege to quit on your future because of what happened today. Now, that right there is money. You hear me? That right there is money. You do not have the right or privilege to quit on your tomorrow or your future because of what happened today. You don't. You do not. It doesn't matter if your future or your issue or your plan is delayed. You can't quit on it because of something funky that happened today. You don't have that. You do not have that. And I personally had to consciously make that decision in the last 72 hours because of some situations that were clearly beyond my control, didn't have anything to do with me, but yet involved me. At least involved me emotionally and to a certain degree physically. But I had to say, wait a minute, that means I got to stay up a little later to do my deal. I can't just quit. You hear me? You just can't quit. I need everybody to type that in right now. I can't quit. Type it in. I can't quit. Come on, type it in. I can't quit. You don't have that luxury. Come on, I'm going to wait for folks to type that in. I'm going to wait for you to type that in. I can't quit. Come on, type that in. I can't quit. Right? I want to see that pop up a little bit. I know there's a little delay in the video in terms of that, but I want to see it. It's coming up. There it is. There it is. I see I can't quit. Listen. You're not always going to feel like you're winning. You're not going to feel like doing it. You're not going to feel like believing anyway, but you cannot quit. And so many of us, including our peers and family members, and in some cases, card carrying church members and our ride or die folks, and people are quitting every day on their future because of what's happening right now. But if you want to end your nightmare, you've got to have a new dream. That's money. That's money too. You have money on the right hand. Now you got money on the left hand. If you want to end your nightmare, you got to have a dream. You hear me? You got to wake up. You want to be woke? Wake up to that. Wake up to that, right? All right. So number one, it's normal. Number one is normal. All right. Number one is normal. All right. Number two, if there's the three keys to doing life while doing life. Number three is recognize it's not forever. The problem is not forever. Type it in. Type it in. It is not forever. That's the mind shift. You got to shift that. This is not forever. This is not going to be like this forever. At some point, it's going to shift. It's going to change. It has come. Yes, it's come to pass. In other words, it's going to pass. You hear me? It has come to pass. It's not come to stay. It has come to pass. If I can invoke, if I made the 23rd Psalm there, when the psalmist says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Did you hear me? Right? I'm going through. Sometimes I got to go through to get through. You hear me? Right? Are you getting that? Sometimes I got to go through to get through. But you quitting and you giving up and you acting like this is, the way it's going to be. And you're acting like I must be cursed and I might as well just kind of eat worms and stop the madness. Stop it. Stop it right now, right? Stop the madness, right? One of the reasons why many times we are so inconsistent in our goals and going forward and blaming everybody. You know why we do that? Because we stopped because of what happened today. We stopped dreaming about it tomorrow because of what happened today. So number 2, it's not forever. You have to know that. Listen, it's not forever. Ain't forever. Right? So number 1, problems are normal. Number 2, it's not forever. If you're ready for number 3, just type in the number 3. Type in 3. Type in #3. Are you ready? I just want to make sure you're still with me. You got to be with me, not with me. You got to be with me on this. Number 3. Right? Number 3. Number 3 is this. I don't have to be at my best to do my best. Meditate on that for a minute, Sister Cheryl. Meditate on that for a minute, Tawanda. Meditate on that for a minute. I don't have to be at my best to do my best every day. Because you're not going to be at your best all the time, but you can do your best every time. Right? There are days, I'll just use me as an example, my story, my situations. I may not feel like I hit a home run today, but I most certainly swung at the ball today. But if you're waiting to feel always at your best to give your best, you are going to be super inconsistent in life, very undependable, and an individual who is not going to make a lot of progress in your life, and you're not going to the next level acting like that. So you don't have to be at your best to do your best every day. There are some days I can do a 16-hour day. Other days I only got 8 hours in me, right? But I'm going to give that 8 hours the best I got. You hear me? It may not be the best compared to others, but I'm not about comparing myself to others. I'm comparing myself to myself. How about you on that? Right? So those are just 3 keys. There are others, but these are just 3 keys to doing life while doing life. Number 1, recognize problems are normal. Number 2, understand it shall pass. In other words, you got to go through to get through sometime. And number 4, I don't have to be at my best to do my best every day. Now, this is good. I want you to choose 1, 2, or 3 of those 3 keys. Which one really spoke to you the loudest? You cannot say all of them. All right? You've got to pick 1, 2, or 3. Number 1 is problems are normal. Is that a mind shift you got to make? Number 2, it shall come to pass. Did that hit you? Did that speak to you? Or number 3, it's not forever, meaning the problem. Did that speak to you? I want to see what it is. Victor says 3. Tawana says 2. Who else? Maria says 3. right? Right, excellent. English says 2. I see you. Okay. All right. Cheryl says number 3. Now you got to be about this thing. I mean, you hear me? Listen, you got potential, you got future, you got dreams, you got visions, you got legacy to create, right? There's money to be made, there's joy to be received in life. There's overcoming things that you can do, but you gotta do life while doing life. You can't just quit and wait till things are optimum and everything is in order and perfect before you start. You got to get up after that thing, right? Otherwise, it'll never become the thing you really want it to become. Uh, I'm doing this live tonight. You know why? Because I don't feel like I'm at my best. I'm doing this live specifically tonight on this subject. Why? Because I'm having to do life while doing life. Are you hearing me? Doing life while doing life. Now, listen, if this is truly speaking to you, like for real, I really want you to direct message me, post something on Facebook in terms of what you're learning, what you're hearing. I'd encourage other people to come on and be able to really help other people realize they can't quit either. They can't give up either, right? So this is good. Type in "this is good." Come on, type in "this is good." Now listen, please, my friend, before we go, the Awe-Inspired Life Academy. It's where you get unstuck and create the life, career, and relationships you deserve. This is a culmination of nearly 3 decades, right? Of business experience, of education, of life lessons, of training and developing. And I've created this academy. I created this academy that I'm laughing because it is. I so wish I had this in my life, because what a mentor can do for you is shorten your time until you're successful, right? If you have a mentor can help you avoid some things. So this academy is absolutely bananas. You'll be able to enroll in it. I think I'm gonna push the enrollment date back to the 5th of July, but nevertheless, you need to be on the mailing list for that. And it's easy money. It is powerful. It is life-changing. It is step-by-step instruction. And I'm going to bring a bunch of people into their promised land through this academy. And so I want you to be part of that. All right. So sign up for the mailing list on that. Would you do that? Super cool. All right, family, I'm going to go. I got about 4 hours left. No, 2.5 hours. I try to get in bed by 11 these days, but 2.5 hours left, and I got to get some things done. So I got to rock and roll. But if this is helpful to you, please share this with other people. Talk about it, meditate on it, think about it. And God bless you all. All right. Hey, mom and dad. Have a good night, everybody. Bye now.